Hello and welcome to the House of Crypto, the first place to come for the most realistic and up-to-date news in the markets. Today we're going to be looking at Ethereum and seeing why we've been seeing up to a 10% pump happening today after a local time retrace happened a couple of days ago. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe to be kept up to date with all the latest happening. So let's have a look at the picture. So we got $451.3 million in ETH that's been bought up by whales. So what does that mean? So a couple of days ago, we saw both Bitcoin and Ethereum pushing the volume available on exchanges, which obviously dipped the price because demand was much lower. Whereas in the last 24 hours, we've seen some enormous transactions happening to the value of $451 million. So if we look across to Whale Alert on Twitter, we can see that this transaction here, $53 million, $12 million, $96 million, $131 million. Guys, what does that mean for exchanges? If they've got lots of volume on their exchanges available, then it's going to be a much lower price. And today we've reached a 15-month low on exchanges, which is looking really positive, really bullish. Okay, so it means when there's obviously less available and the demand is much higher, then we're going to see the price pushing up pretty fast. So this is a really exciting time, and we could see real big moves happening in the next few hours, next few days, obviously. Okay, so another piece of news that's very exciting for Ethereum at the moment. So I don't know if you remember back in December, we saw that Ethereum had been put forward for to be traded as CME futures. So what does that mean for us? So to give more options, different ways in which it can be traded, the arrival of the Ethereum futures will ultimately bring more maturity to the crypto market. And although futures are not physically delivered greater liquidity, this is beneficial because it will give institutional investors, in particular, the opportunity to hedge spot positions, which reduces overall risk and makes Ethereum a much more attractive investment. So what does that mean for us? It means that we're going to get much more in terms of whales coming on board as it becomes much more stable, and as other companies get given the go-ahead to enter the market, then we're going to see Ethereum as well as Bitcoin getting much more investment from the large institutions, which is obviously what we want to be seeing as Ethereum holders. So let's have a look across to the Ethereum chart. So we looked at this yesterday when we were sort of sitting around this point here, and we sort of thought, I mentioned that we might be coming back down to retrace this green line of support here, or possibly coming lower to this yellow line of support before pushing back up. But obviously we've not done that, possibly because of the news from the whales. Instead, we've broken these recent lines of resistance, and now we're currently just retesting this line here, in line exactly with this first touch of the top green resistance line. So that's a particularly exciting time. We'll wait to see how this plays out in the next few hours. We could well see a bit of a bump down, in which case we should be a bit cautious, because that could be then forming a potential head and maybe another shoulder pattern. Okay, but at the moment, given the news, given the way that things are going, that's possibly quite unlikely. So let's just play it by ear, see what happens, and see how that plays out. If it comes up to this green line, we could see another touch before it comes back down to retest a lower level. Or if it breaks through here, then we're looking like we're going to be off to the races really soon. Possibly a very exciting time, or definitely a very exciting time to be involved. But yeah, obviously not financial advice. This is my own view of what I think is happening in the markets at the moment. Make sure you're going away and doing your own research, and never putting in any more money than you can afford to be losing. Okay, guys. So always stay safe out there. Obviously, it's still risky. All investments are risky, and yeah. But from what I see, this is looking really exciting, really positive. Before I head off, let's just shoot over to this chart, which is the Ethereum versus Bitcoin dominance chart. So we've been tracking this for the last few episodes. We've seen this huge amount of volume come in over the last. So this is on the weekly chart. Huge amount of volume coming in on the weekly recently, as we've seen the downward trend, or the multiple month long downward trend, turn into a more bullish trend for Ethereum. And now where we've literally come to today, we're now retesting. We're now testing this previous line of resistance. Yeah, so we came up before, so we broke through it here, wicked all the way back down, and came back down. So guys, if we can break through this today or in the coming days, then this again is a super positive move. Okay, so a lot of money flowing potentially from Bitcoin over into Ethereum. Okay, so you've probably been seeing a lot of people talking about moving Bitcoin assets over into Ethereum, and this is the proof of the pudding. This is the proof where you can see it happening. Another thing, if we zoom out further, we've got a bit potentially of sort of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So you've got a shoulder there, a head here, and another shoulder here. Guys, if that is what it, if this pattern does play out, then we got a real potential to see this shoot up significantly, guys. And then that, as you can see, brings us in line with some previous lines of resistance here. And then we could see if it goes beyond this, more and more movement to the upside for Ethereum. So, guys, I've put in the prediction of, in the last couple of days, moving towards 1500 in the coming day or two, and then pushing towards the all-time high. And then once we break through the all-time high, guys, and we go into the blue sky mode, and this is where it can really shoot. We saw Bitcoin hit 20k all-time high in December, and then that rocketed to 40k, within the space of a few weeks. We see Ethereum do that, hits up to 14k, 17k, and then doubles in value. Then we're looking to sort of 3.5, potentially more. And by the end of this year, personally, I believe I'm looking towards sort of 8, 10k. Obviously, this is what I believe. I'm not telling you to go and throw any money into it. Make sure you're reading around the subject, understand as much as you can about it, and understand all the great things that are happening with Ethereum 2.0, and all the exciting news that's unfolding. But guys, pay attention to what's happening in the markets. I recommend going over to Twitter, looking at the whale alert. It's really kind of key. If we can see what the whales are doing, and we can kind of get an idea of what's going to happen with the rest of the market, because the big money is what moves everything around. But anyway, guys, if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to all of you as soon as possible. Please like, comment, subscribe to this video. It really helps me to bring you more content like this. Hope it's been valuable, guys. Have a great evening, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.